Hi everybody, Matthew Turnage here. Well, if you're like me, you love those big Super Deluxe Edition box sets of classic albums, and especially of the Beatles and Solo Beatles albums. And I've been patiently waiting for months and months now for an announcement about a Super Deluxe Edition of Sometime in New York City, since we were told it's coming this year. Still no word as of this recording, but we'll probably be hearing about it in another month or so. If they're going to release it for John's birthday in October, which seems to be what they like to do generally in the Lennon camp. And I'm also starting to see some little hints and rumors that maybe suggest maybe we're getting a Revolver Super Deluxe Edition later this year. I really hope so. Fingers crossed that'll be what's happening. And of course, there's the eternal hope for new Paul McCartney archives, particularly London Town and Back to the Egg. But while I'm waiting, I've been sitting here thinking about what I like in a Super Deluxe edition. What really works for me is a full package to make me want to part with my money to get it. And of course, this is all just my personal opinion. These are the things that I like in a Super Deluxe edition, the things that I think make the best package. Your opinions may vary, and if they do, let me know in the comments. But if you saw my video from almost a year ago now, when this came out, the George Harrison All Things Must Pass 50th Anniversary Edition, I was very disappointed in this as a package. Now, the most important thing, obviously, in the Super Deluxe Edition is the music, that we get the sort of musical package that really celebrates the album, gives us a lot of musical extras, and this album actually succeeds very well with it. We've got 5 CDs here. Of course, 2 are taken up by the original triple album, but the bonus tracks we get on here, the Day 1 and Day 2 demos, are all brilliant. The session outtakes and jams are excellent. The problem is we've got this small little box here, and other than the discs, all we get in it are we get a poster, which is nice, but this book, I mean, it's like a 60-something page book, soft cover, nice pictures and some nice little liner notes, but it's not nearly enough. You know, for me, if you're gonna ask for over $100 on a Super Deluxe set, I think it needs to have a hardcover book. I think it needs to be over 100 pages long, and it needs to have very detailed notes about the album, the tracks, something like that. So I've got 4 here that I think were absolute winners in that category that I thought I'd go through, just to look back again at where they've really done it right in the Beatles and Solo Beatles camps over the years. And first up from the Beatles, their first release in this category, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This is an excellent set. The packaging is great. The lenticular reproduction of the original album artwork on there. It's a nice take on an album design we're very familiar with. Under the slip case, reproducing an EMI tape box, also another great touch. And then what's inside is all extremely well done. The CDs are housed in a replica of the original album art, including the lyrics on the back. And you get not only the 4 CDs, but also the Blu-ray and DVD, which have the same content, so it's a little bit of a waste to see that duplicated, but you get, in addition to just the audio content, the surround sound mixes, things like that, you also get a lot of video content with the anniversary special, the 25th anniversary special on there, some videos, so that's all great. And then you get the other little knickknacks, which I also like. There's a replica of the poster that went out to retailers. You get a replica of the poster that John bought that inspired Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. You get a replica of the original album insert. But again, this is what's really important for me in terms of the money beyond the music. is this book. Nice hardcover book with plenty of great photos and a lot of text about the recording of the album, the songs, the reception of the album when it was released, the packaging, how it was all originally done. It's just a wealth of information in that book. And even though some of the other Beatles Super Deluxe sets haven't gone as far as Sgt. Pepper did in terms of the overall packaging with the knickknacks and such, even one that's more stripped down like Abbey Road, you still get an incredible book. And that one was priced a little bit less too, so they took that into account in the pricing of it. So I think the Beatles have done a great job overall with all their Super Deluxe editions, but especially Sgt. Pepper. This one really is an A+ for me. Not just the music, but the packaging. Now, the Paul McCartney archives, we've gotten we've got several really excellent releases. And of course, the scope of the archives and the packaging has really grown over the years. Now, two that I'm not going to show that I do want to make special mention of being especially good packages also are Red Rose Speedway and Flowers in the Dirt. Those are both also great packages, but these two I wanted to draw particular attention to. Flowers in the Dirt. Of course, there was the Mega Super Deluxe edition or whatever that thing was called. I didn't get it. I just got the regular Super Deluxe. But this is a great, great package. I love how it's laid out with Paul's little handwritten notes there on the side. But again, this is always important to me. Nice book here, hardcover book with plenty of pictures and liner notes. They don't take you track by track on this in the same way they do like on the Beatles releases, but a lot of detail about each of the songs and the recording of the album, the stories of the album. Again, the music is the most important thing, and they did a great job with this one also. 5 CDs of audio material, one of which, of course, is the original remastered album. But then also what I love about the Paul McCartney archives, the video material. We got 2 DVDs in this set. So a lot of great video material to watch in addition to all that great music to listen to. And I love the little knickknacks that come with it. This one, we had this envelope that has plenty of reproductions of handwritten lyrics. Got some of the original advertising material and stuff. We've got in this envelope a reproduction of the Club Sandwich magazine that came out at the time the album was released. And this I thought was especially fun. This reproduction songbook, as it's labeled, which has all the engineers' notes of all the instruments that were used in the recording of the album, and even where all the amplifiers are set and everything. So if they needed to go back and do overdubs, they could match everything exactly. And then plus stuck in here little photographs of the various instruments. So just a really fun package. A lot of neat little knickknacks that are fun to kind of spend time with as you're listening to all that music, and a ton of music, ton of great bonus content, and a ton of great video content as well. And of course, you got to have the great book, which this one does. And all the Paul McCartney archives have great books. Now, I have been talking about how much I love the hardcover books. Now, some of the older Paul McCartney archives did not have hardcover books, but they do at least have books that are over 120 pages long and have a lot of great material in them. Now, this here is the granddaddy of them all in terms of the Paul McCartney archives for me, and that's Wings Over America. This was a great, great package. You get, 4 books in this one. Of course, we've got The Ocean View. This is Humphrey Ocean's sketches that he took as he was on the tour with them, and his notes are included here. We've got this book here, has Linda's photographs in it from the tour. This is sort of the standard book for this one that has all Lots more great photos, of course, and also all the notes and the history of the tour and the recording of the album and everything like that. And then this is especially fun. Now, musically, you don't get as much on this one. It's only 3 CDs, 2 of which are the original triple album. The third disc, you get like 8 bonus tracks from another show recorded on the concert tour. But then you also get a DVD with the Wings Over America film, and that's all housed in this replica of the tour book, which has so much great stuff in it. You've got replicas of concert tickets, you've got tour itineraries, you've got some of the original marketing materials, you've got press clippings. I mean, there's so much in this book. I'm trying to keep things from sliding out in here. I'm not holding it up as much. But, I mean, this is amazing. I was looking online not too long ago, just looking at something here or there, and somebody was making a comment about this box and made mention that by the time they had gone through all the material in this box, they felt like they had been on the Wings Over America tour themselves, and it really gives you that experience. I mean, everything you could possibly want to know and about how that tour went and what it was like is in this box. This is a great box set. If you talk about value for money, even though, like I said, musically it may not offer you as much in the terms of bonus material, but you do get that DVD and all these books. That is such a great package, and that really feels like, a deluxe edition to me. Now, going the other end, maybe not as elaborate in the overall packaging, but really loading it up on the music and hitting the right price point with it. Another favorite of mine is Plastic Ono Band. Now, this is, if you're all about the music, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, 6 CDs, 2 Blu-rays. Of course, the Blu-rays have everything on the CDs, but they also have some bonus audio content beyond just surround sound mixes. Because you get the complete live sessions from the Yoko Ono Plastic Ono Band, and you get Yoko's B-sides from her from John singles, where John had the A-side, Yoko had the B-side. All that is included on bonus material on the Blu-rays. You get the 2 Blu-rays and then the 6 CDs. I mean, musically, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more than what you get on this album. And then you do get a couple of little knickknacks, which I like. You get the poster, you get the postcards, but they really, for the price, the amount of music that they give you on this is just absolutely amazing. But, they go beyond just that. They get, again, over 100 pages, hardcover book. This to me is an essential part of the experience, because you get, as you're going through and listening to all this material, looking at a book like this with all these great pictures, all this, great commentary on the tracks, the writing and the recording of the tracks, and even though I'm not that big of an audiophile in terms of, really worrying about the surround sound and stuff, it is kind of fun still, even for me, to look at the surround sound mix maps that they include in here. So there's a ton of great material in these books. Imagine is just as good, except for the fact that you don't get as much music as you do on this. I mean, they really went all out on the music on Plastic Ono Band. So that's a great set. I'm looking forward to seeing what they'll do with Sometime in New York City. Would love to see a future George Harrison release hit that level of packaging. But for me, Super Deluxe Edition, I want great bonus tracks on the music. I want a great hardcover book telling me the story of the album, and maybe even going track by track with the information. And if they've got great, cool knickknacks to go with it, that just makes it even better. So that's what I like in Super Deluxe editions. Those are some of my favorites that we've gotten so far from the Beatles and Solo Beatles. Let me know in the comments of the things that you like about Super Deluxe editions, and let me know which ones that we've gotten so far that are your favorites. Thanks for watching.